Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Ingraham. This is the Ingraham Angle from Washington tonight. Okay, my voice is a little creaky. It'll make it for the hour. A holiday from pessimism. That's the focus of tonight's angle. There is nothing like Trump in New York. Trump at the opening of the New York Stock Exchange, it's just another sign that his victory was the greatest comeback of all time.
Just optically, Jim, sort of a show of force of American business.
No, I mean, yeah, this is, I have to tell you, I'm trying to remember when I've seen such an agglomeration of people.
Never.
No.
I don't think we've ever seen this.
No, and these are people, by the way, all walks of business. This is not tech and it's not financial. I mean, we have Brian Cornell from Target.
As it's often said, the business of America is business, but Trump's never been just about helping big companies. He and his team know that small business is the backbone of America.
What do you want to tell the nation about investing right now?
Well, look, I think what we're going to see from President Trump is Wall Street can win and Main Street can win. It's like we're getting Trump 1.0.
All right.
Everybody can do great.
And Americans are on board. 65% say they have confidence in Trump's ability to handle the economy. So what does that tell us? That regular Americans who actually had to live and work in Bidenville never believed the snake oil that the Democrats were peddling.
16 Nobel Prize-winning economists say he would reignite inflation, and Moody's says he would ignite a recession by the middle of next year.
Now, almost every economist who has looked at this idea says that won't lower prices, that makes prices higher.
Going forward, can we all make a pact to never refer to leading economists again? You know, they're always wrong, but never in doubt, like leading national security experts and leading medical experts. When they lean into politics, they're almost always proxies for the DNC. So we never, ever can forget how they abused their power and viciously lied in order to stop Trump. And their miscalculation, let's face it, was epic. He was a man on a mission, fighting through it all, not just for his own survival, but for America's. And now the focus is on the future.
I mean, it's exciting. This morning is exciting to have a president that's pro-business, pro-economy. I mean, it's not just the stock market. It's, I want to make Americans better off. There's a feeling, a very good feeling, pro-business, pro-excitement.
And it's easy to see why there is so much optimism out there. Yeah, Trump's economic agenda is pro-business. But more importantly, it's also pro-American worker.
We're going to give tremendous incentive like no other country has. We're cutting your taxes. We're going to cut them very substantially. We got them down to 21%. Now we're getting them down to 15%, but only if you make your product here.
But of course, not everyone's happy. The Greeniacs are predicting Armageddon because Trump's going to streamline things over at the EPA.
Anybody investing $1 billion or more gets a very expedited approval process because, you know, the approvals, when people come into the country, it takes them, in many cases, 14, 15, 16 years to get the approval.
I love Melania's pantsuit. Can I say that? And for all you hammered by high energy costs because of Biden, and that's pretty much all of us, Trump has a holiday gift for you that will last at least 4 years.
We have one product that nobody has really to the extent that we do. It's called oil and gas. There is no country in the world that has more. I brought it to #1 during my first term in terms of production. We're going to be #1 plus. And when that happens, prices are going to start coming down because people can't afford their groceries, and they're going to be affording their groceries very soon.
So some of you have told me that with Trump essentially already in charge, you almost feel like there's been a weight lifted off your shoulders, off your chest. And I feel that too. It's a great sense of relief you're feeling. The scene over the weekend at Notre Dame, President-elect Trump was almost greeted as a conquering hero. Literally, the globalists were just in awe of what he pulled off. Stunning, stunning to watch. And we're about to have a real president again with a cabinet that will focus on America first. So smart Democrats see that working with Trump is really the only sensible thing to do.
We try to find the things that we can possibly agree on for the best possible outcomes. And I represent Pennsylvania. And to point out, Donald Trump carried Pennsylvania. That's why I have decided to engage with people that are going to be incredibly important parts of the new administration.
Good for him. And even Gretchen Whitmer sending good vibes, noting that Trump won her state and she hopes to find common ground. But of course, most Democrats, they're not really feeling the jingle bell spirit right now because they're still reeling from Kamala's loss and adding insult to injury to them. Now Trump's, of course, Times Person of the Year.
It's really been something very special, and I have to say, Time Magazine getting this honor for the second time. I think I like it better this time, actually, because the media's tamed down a little bit. They're liking us much better now, I think. If they don't, we'll have to just take them on again, and we don't want to do that.
It was hilarious. But seriously, who else could have gotten Person of the Year this year? You can't give it to Taylor Swift again. Well, speaking of Taylor Swift, the Angle does have some advice for her. Call Trump and offer to perform at the inauguration. It'd be smart for Taylor Swift and another great moment of unity for the country. Come on, Taylor. Are you ready for it? Absolutely. Look, anything's possible. It's almost Christmas. We've seen a lot of miracles this year. Trump barely misses getting killed by an assassin's bullet. Then he goes on to win the White House. And we survived as well as a country, at least so far, living under a long-gone Biden. And now America has a chance with its best fighter back in the ring. And that's The Angle.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.